Guten Morgen. Ja. All right, everybody here? Namaste. All right, hey, let me remind you that trading Forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. There's only 19 people in the room. That's really odd. Hang on, maybe I'll send out an invite. If I was a little girl and I were to marry. Well, maybe the webinar server's slow or something. Well, that took a long time. All right. Invite participants. Let's do past sessions. It's just faster. Add. 119 people yesterday. That's good. Waking up in the middle of the night. Ooh, 177 people the other day. Holy smokes. That's a big webinar. Choose email template. Invite. All right, that should help. All right, where are we? Where is you? Where is you? There you is. All right. Yeah, can't view the pages. I know. All right, let's start again. Good morning. Let me remind you that trading Forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Everybody, say aye. Good morning. My name is Wayne. I'm the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. Thank you for being a client. If you haven't opened an account yet, please at least try a demo at TradersWay.com. It takes you less than 1 minute. Do these sessions every day, 7:30 in the morning, Monday through Thursday. All right. And anybody here on my swing trading team? Daniel and John, and Chuck and Benny. Anybody else? There's not a lot of people in the room, so. Well, one of the trades we set up Sunday morning for me, Sunday morning, was buying at the M2, and the idea is you stay in a trade till Thursday or Friday. So I bought here Sunday night, and I had a target right here. I mean, right like 1 or 2 pips below the M4. Oops. And that trade got taken out this morning at 120.38. 120.38. Right there. Oh, and what was the entry? 118.50. 118.30 plus some change. So I was long here based on what we discussed in the swing trading program. I was long there, and I just took profit here. Done. High five, man. High five. High five. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's nice, isn't it? Right? For those that paid money to learn how to swing trade, that's the entry, the projected entry. This is the projected target. No, Cream says I just put, well, why don't you take the swing trading class and find out? Oh, wait. No, it's already begun. So off we go, huh? Yeah, so isn't that nice, though? I mean, that's it, isn't it? Crazy? That's crazy, right? Crazy awesome. Yeah, Hans. 1, 2, you rock. So anyways, I'm excited because you could have signed up for swing trading. I could have told you the textbook trade setups and taught you the methodology, and then we could have had a strange week because of Trump or something, and I'd have to backpedal and say, well, normally it works. Trust me, normally, no, it's usually not like this. But no, it's usually like this, and that's what's happened. So that's cool. I feel good because that's what I wanted to happen, and it happened. And hopefully now you know how to do it, and money well spent. Okay. Now the funny thing is, I was long 6 trades, and the Trump speech did take me out. It was actually the 12 hours before the Trump speech, the market collapsed on nervousness and took me out of all but 2 of the trades. Otherwise, I would have just crushed it, just absolutely crushed it. But yeah, that one survived, Ben. Yeah, that one survived. So that's cool. We'll take a look. Here's one that I got knocked out on. As you can see, I bought in here, and my target was here. What? Huh? 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 Oh my God, huh? Isn't that just redonkulous? All right, so let's move on .com. We're still stuck in the range here on oil. It's amazing how much time people talk about oil, huh? What about oil? What about oil? What about oil? I'm like, really? This is what you concern yourself with? Yeah. Oh, forex.today is down? Is that why the class is thin? Oh, well, thank you for telling me, guys. Holy smokes, man. Hang on. Thanks for the update. It's like trying to squeeze blood from stone. You guys hoard your knowledge, you hoarders. Dirty knowledge hoarders. All right, so let me get back to that. Thank you. Oh, you informed me. Well, you got to kick down my door. Hey, Daniel, I'm supposed to find out today. Supposed to find out whether I got good news or not. Yeah, we got a signed contract on, I don't know, on the weekend, but I don't count it until I have money in the bank. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, good signed contract, great. Yeah, where's money? F you, where's the money? So I'll keep you informed. So I'm thinking what might happen if things happen today, but you know, I'm a skeptical old man. I don't think, say the money comes in. And my plan is I'll do non-farm payrolls in the morning, then I'll jump on an airplane and fly to Hong Kong. I don't have an airplane ticket. I don't have a hotel. But maybe in the next 24 hours, I'll buy a ticket and gone. We better have first class tickets left. Yeah, Eds, I had to send it out. Apparently the forex.today is down, so I just found out. My apologies. Yeah, money talks, right? Hey, quick question. If I'm in Hong Kong, I don't need a visa. But if I wanted to jet over to Shenzhen in one of those jet boats, can I get like a 1 day or 2 day visa, just like showing up at the dock or something? Then why do I have to get a Chinese visa when I visit like Shenzhen the first time? Or why do I need a visa when I take an airplane? I mean, I had to send my passport. I had to go all that kind of stuff. No, I don't have the American passport, Ed. Oh, American, Americano. My imperialist, pig-eyed Americano. Yeah, no. I'm a peace-loving Canadian boy, but actually I travel as an Australian. So I get there and they say, good morning, sir, passport, boarding pass. I say, oh, g'day, mate. Oh, it's so lovely here, Ripper. All right, so that's it. So it's only, all right, so cool. So we can do that. We might want to meet some of your diamond friends if we can persuade you to hang with us for a few days and then zip over there maybe a day or two. Cool. All right. So that's just, sorry guys. Thanks for just hanging out with me and Daniel there for a few minutes. So hopefully you're free next week, huh? Well, yeah, see the Diamond Center, that's cool, but we want to meet people that can, maybe introduce us to some of those used machines, maybe someone that could be like supply. So sell us machines and supply us said machine type products and so on and so forth. Yeah, I knew you could. So that's what I'm thinking. We'll talk later. All right. Man, I just got the money together for the class. Would you prefer email me? Or Joe, you can just sign up and just sign up for the class. And we're meeting Sunday, which might be difficult because I might be in Hong Kong. But Sunday, 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 whatever. So we got a weekly to do the Sunday, a weekly to do next Sunday, a weekly to do the Sunday after that, a weekly to do the Sunday after that, and then a monthly setup, plus the videos that are already there. So yeah, so you just go to FX Bootcamp and fxbootcamp.com, just sign up there. Okay. All right, cool. Or Wayne at fxbootcamp.com. All right. All right. So, anyways, oil, guys. I mean, I hope you're getting a sense of being more professional. Like, don't you just sit down and I don't know if you do this or not. If you watch financial TV or maybe you read financial newspapers and stuff, and they're just like, oh, it's so important. Everything is so important. And then you get to the chart and you're like, dude, nothing has happened in this market this year. Since December, nothing has happened. Nothing happened in December. Nothing happened in January. Nothing happened in February. We're in March and nothing's happened. Why the heck is everybody freaking out? And on top of that, we predicted it would do it, didn't we? Way back down here, somewhere between 50 and 55. Right? And then we're just hyped up about everything, mega amped up. Oh, the Fed has to raise interest rates with oil prices skyrocketing. And you're like, oil prices skyrocketing? What are you talking about? It's dead. So anyways, if you want to buy it, you might as well get ready, guys. If you're a buyer of this market, you know, and you could tell your clients, let's say, yeah, I might be a buyer of crude around, 53 and a half, maybe, but I'm not really desperate to get in. Right? Sounds so much better. Now, how about the monthly swing? For our swing traders, right? Our swing traders will know that we're actually predicting it dropping to 52, maybe 50. So let's just put it down to 51. I guess I'm at 51. So somewhere between 51 and 50. That's what the swingers are saying. So if you were going to trade shorter term, you would think down, up, hit this, probably swing up to here and then back down again, right? Let me draw that for you. So imagine it not on a, well, just imagine it now on just a smaller scale, right? So, yeah. So imagine it comes down here, it bounces up, what, hits this, okay, bounces down, hits this, bounces down, hits this, which I would consider good enough as the yellow zone. You see how this yellow zone's there? But that we drew that in December, or certainly the beginning of February, right? So it's going to respect that, right? Right? 100% chance is what I would say. I might be wrong, but I would tell you there's 100% chance that there are bulls there. So it does this, let's say at the bare minimum. Okay. Well, not bare minimum to 52 or 53. And then, but for those that are swinging on a monthly basis, then you're going to think like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, and then the target hit. Okay. If you were using 4-hour candles, it would be like this. And you're like, oh, well, wait, that's a Fibonacci retracement. Uh-huh. Oh, wait, that's just a breakout roll reversal. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. Oh, Wayne, that's just a basic Fibonacci, or that's just a basic pivot point pattern. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's called a trade plan. Okay. So why does this matter to you as a currency trader? How do you convert this into money? CAD. And maybe the US dollar is getting strong at the same time, driving down oil prices. Because if the dollar is strong, you need less dollars to buy the same barrel of oil, right? So I've made this point before, but maybe I should make it again. Okay. Okay. Here is a barrel of oil. Okay. Okay. So if the economy is doing really good and demand is really high, does the barrel of oil change? If the economy is doing really poorly and demand is falling, does the barrel of oil change? So it's constant, right? So two things can change. Price. Oops, I didn't mean to draw that, but let's go with that. Price at the bottom for some reason. Okay, price. That can change. What changes price? Supply and demand. Let's do it, right? Okay, so let's just say demand. There's a demand curve. Well, I guess I have to do supply and demand, right? Wait, did I do this right? Was it? I got this backwards, don't I? Demand, supply, well, demand increases. Price and quantity, I guess. Am I doing this right? Huh, I'm having a brain fart. So if demand increases, price, I got this backwards, right? Price and is it the quantity demanded? What the hell? Why can't I do this? Demand increases. So demand curve shifts to the left. Yeah, see, I got the demand curve should be down, right? Well, in the case, if I got it demand curve this way, then it moves to the left, and price shifts from this area to this area, right? So price one to price two, demand. So if demand goes up, supply is steady. The equilibrium point shifts from P1 to price two, right? I think I drew that backwards, but okay, but what you're seeing is the equilibrium price between supply and demand shifts. So again, if demand goes up, right, and supply stays the same, then the demand curve shifts to the upward and to the left. And the equilibrium price, the price where demand curve and supply curve meet, shifts from here to here. And therefore price goes from price one to price two, price goes up. I think I drew it completely backwards, but you know, still works out. I think if you were a professor, you're like, I think this guy's dyslexic. Send him to Yale. Yeah, send him to Yale. Yeah. I keep telling my kids, I'm like, How many people in my city are have degrees from Harvard or are at Harvard? I'm like, it could be none. We live in a small city of, I don't know, 50,000 people. I don't know, not a lot. So I'm like, how many people have degrees from like Ivy League schools? I'm like, probably hardly anybody. I mean, this is Georgia, right? Like, it wouldn't be very many at all, right? And I'm like, and the next best school is probably like Yale or maybe Princeton or something like that. You know, there's lots of second places, but I'm like, it is a good school. I mean, you know, I mean, and I'm like, how many people in our city went to Yale? I'm like, it's pretty close to none, right? Except my neighbor. I'm like, there's a sign of our neighborhood that our neighborhood's pretty good. So every so often, I get Yale alumni magazines and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, what are the chances in this tiny town where no one has gone to an Ivy League school that a Harvard guy gets Yale alumni magazines? I mean, it's like impossible, the odds. So I don't know. They might kick me out of Harvard if they saw this, send me to Yale. How horrible would that be, huh? So anyways, the oil doesn't change. This will change based on demand or supply. If there's a supply shortage, right? And yeah, I can see where this chart makes no real sense. So anyways, I think I don't want to even do the supply. So anyways, I've drawn it all backwards. But anyways, the barrel of oil changes, doesn't change. Price can change depending on how many people want to buy the oil. And what else will change? The currency. What currency do you want? Are you buying it in euros? Do you have to convert your euros to dollars first? Do you need to convert your euros to Canadian dollars? Do you need to convert your, you know, I mean, it depends on what you're buying it on, right? Yeah, that's right, Hog. That's right, Hogs kicked me out of the neighborhood one way or another, huh? So the currency is also important, right? So if your currency is losing value relative to the currency you want to purchase oil in, then to you it looks like price is going up, right? So let's say I want to buy oil from Canada and I'm an American from Minnesota, eh? Right? And I want to buy Canadian oil and I need to convert my US dollars into Canadian dollars. Well, if the US dollar is strong and or the Canadian dollar is weak relative to the purchasing power of my currency, what they call purchasing power parity, right? The price of oil in Canadian dollars will seem cheap. It'll look like the price is falling, but it's only falling for me because my value of my currency is going up, or the value of my currency is the same, is stable, but the value of the Canadian dollar is falling. Therefore, my US dollar buys a heck of a lot of Canadian dollars, and the barrel of oil never changes. So if it's like, let's say it's $87.22 Canadian, right? Canadian dollars. Okay, then that's what it is in Canadian dollars. So if the value of my US dollar is going up, then I just need less and less and less and less US dollars to buy it at that price. You see what I mean? So, long story short, what I'm trying to get to is this could be the Canadian, the US dollar going up, for example, and the number of US dollars needed to buy that oil is less and less and less. You see what I mean? Price is coming down, which just means the barrel of oil hasn't changed. I just need less dollars. I'm not converting at all. US dollars for US dollars. I just need less US dollars. But the barrel of oil hasn't changed. So maybe, just maybe, the US dollar is going up, right? And now look at this chart. Okay. Okay. It's beautiful, right? Do you guys remember drawing this line here? How many people remember drawing this line? It was our counter trend trade. Does anyone remember it? This was straight up like a rocket ship. Somebody was asking me if they should take profit. And I went into this big rule. You can do anything you want, but one of the only rules I have is if you're at that price, you should probably take profit. And if you do it, since it's still Wednesday, you could trade it, right? You could take it and do the only counter trend trade, or one of the two counter trend trades I do, and you would trade it back to the central pivot point. Now, how accurate do you think that is in your mind? Because we did this on the first spike. If you remember, it was still a solid green candle right on this yellow line. I want you to really look at that, and hopefully you remember doing it. And then actually type out your answer, because you're trying to program your brain. So you need to cement this in your brain to say that is a counter trend opportunity. I've seen it before. I recognize it. Here's another one. Counter trend opportunity, and it was supposed to hit the weekly central. All right, we missed it by 5 pips. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, I was tired. I was just tired. Didn't work here. Well, you know what? That's the President of the United States for you. Does anyone, where's my swing traders? Where my swing trader at? Where's my swing traders at? Swing traders, what is the monthly target for oil? Or it's not oil, sorry, USD CAD. My bad. Give me a price. For USD CAD. I don't, not for that. Whatever you're drawing, I don't know what that is there, but. Oh, I see. You're drawing. Yeah, you know, there's a bug in these pivots, and so you said 176.24. That's fine. 176.24. The answer. Okay, I see what you're doing, but the price is over here. That is incorrect. Daniel says 134.74. That is incorrect. 34.15. That is correct. Correct. Good job. The bottom of the month currently is monthly support 1, as you can see here. Okay. Come on, drawing tool. Okay. As you can see here. Okay. And that, my friend, predicts that we come up, we hit monthly R1 and stop. Nope. So S1 to R1. Okay. S1 to R1 is the range. If support 1 is the bottom, resistance 1 is the top. And it becomes an inside month, okay? And the definition of an inside month is, here's our current low, established last month, and here's an established high from January, and we'll probably, generally speaking, stay there, right? And we end the month like that kind of thing, or somewhere else, or, I mean, we might swing down and then break up, but we can't predict that yet. Okay? It's unpredictable. You're unpredictable. You can't predict that yet. I mean, you can surmise it, and you can bet on it, but it wouldn't be solid technical analysis. You're so unpredictable. Yeah, so I'm gonna live in dorms soon. I'm so excited. I'll be 44 years old living in dorms at a university. Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny? It's so funny to me. It's just like, oh my God, I'm gonna snore. Right? I'm a 44. Have you ever slept with a 44-year-old man? Don't answer that. We snore. All my friends now are snoring. All of them. They're like, yeah, I just started. My friend has like a $7,000 bed that, where his side, he sleeps kind of sitting up a little bit. And I mean, honestly, all my friends are in their early 40s. All the dudes, they all snore, and all the wives are like, yeah, right? Isn't that funny? You know, I'm considered a freshman in this elite program that I'm in, but I've been at Harvard a couple of years now. Part time, but now I'm doing 40 hours a week, or supposed to be doing 40 hours a week. So I don't know if I'm considered full time or not, but anyway, so I guess I'm a freshman, but no, I'm not really a freshman. I have probably 80 credits, 80 units or whatever. But anyways, yeah, it's fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, and Ritz-Carlton, I think some of them are. So in 18 something, the university created a system of houses. So they're not dorms. Dorms are not the wrong word. They're houses, and they're big houses. They hold like 500 people. But they have their own dining hall, their own library, and all that kind of stuff. And so many presidents of the United States have gone to Harvard that, no matter which house you're in, there's probably been a president that lived there when he was a kid. They have their own teaching or study staff, like they have their own tutoring staff for you, and beautiful, beautiful stuff, right? Something like 30 fireplaces, and nice, all along the Charles River. So that's pretty nice. And then, but I'm also looking forward to like just sitting on the grass on a hot summer night in Cambridge, studying, looking up at the stars, that kind of stuff. Yeah, and the hot college chicks. Thank you, Charles. Yes. Oh yeah, really? I never thought about that. Yeah, never. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. No, it's a liberal school. There's no hot chicks. Yeah. You want hot chicks? Go to a Southern university where. All right. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So supply and demand, price, currency. We got all that done. Let's take a look. And we need to add time. This isn't even correct. All right. So on the last day of the month, first day of the month, do you guys remember saying that this was supposed to fall? Yeah, moving right along. Anywho, yeah, Peter says shared living. Yeah, yeah, no, I definitely will be in a dorm, for lack of a better word. Yeah. So I don't know what it's going to be like. I think the buildings are like incredibly beautiful, and then the bedrooms are incredibly stark and basic. But to me, it's like paying money to like be taken by camel to a temple out in the middle of the desert that's been there 1,000 years, and you get there and it's just like a stone building, and there's a wooden table and a chair made out of broomsticks or something, and they're like, welcome. There's this old wise man there. Welcome. You will be a servant of the Lord. And you're like, okay, great. And you just sit there and you get your room, and again, it's a stone. It's a blanket rolled up on the floor, and a picture of Mary on the wall hanging on a nail, just a nail, an exposed nail, twine, and an old picture, right? And there you are, and you're going to find yourself there, right? You're just going to be in this humble, basic place, but you're going to come out a different person. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking. That's how I look at it. I don't know why I have that image, right? But there you go. So, how many people here remember right at this point we said, hey, this is when the Mexican peso is supposed to get strong. And then I popped a link to the video on YouTube. Hey, if you don't know how to do this trade, go to YouTube. I tell you all about it. It's on YouTube. How many people remember doing this? Apparently, like 3 days ago, 2 days ago. That must have been yesterday. Okay, a couple of people. What do you think? Another coincidence, right? Now, the interesting part of this is the dollar's been strong, even though the Mexican peso was stronger than the US dollar, right? And then here's the other thing, and I've always told you this. I don't know if it lasts for 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 months. Okay. How long is the Mexican peso going to stay strong? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Okay. And the fact that it didn't make a double bottom should turn you a bit conservative. Don't you stink? You are not alone. Okay. So anyways, this is where we are. So nobody knows that. Only 5 people out of 55 know the Mexican peso trade, huh? All right. Well, you have to Google that since you're not asking questions. All right. How about gold? Okay. Right. Well, if you're a bull, you need to be thinking about it at this M2. Okay. We're finding the next support, which might be this one. I don't like trend line support. I prefer horizontal support. Okay. So if you're bulls, you need to think about it. Maybe WS1, S1W. Isn't that like a Public Enemy? S1W. It's like something reminds me of Public Enemy for some reason. So anyways, maybe you buy it off the support and trade it up to the resistance or something. I don't know. Now gold, what if you're trading, you're swing trading? Once again, where are my swing traders? I know there's 5 or 6 or 7 swing traders here. My swing traders are going for 122.22. Maybe 12.13. 12.13.50. I'd say, you know, you might as well play this. Who cares? Okay. But look at the facts to try to figure out what's going on here. Are they? Did the bears play the M3 like they're supposed to? Yes. Then it dropped. Then it retraced. Did they play the central pivot point? Yeah, you could say they played the central as they're supposed to. Okay. Right? So you could say it seems bearish. So you know what their target is. If we don't get down to 12.25, there are a lot of bears that are going to be very disappointed with the trade. Right? So you know the mentality of the market because you know where the bulls and bears are and you know what their strategy is. So now you can choose what side you want to play, right? That's cool, right? Isn't it cool knowing now not only what the technical analysis is, but translating it into other people's trades, OPTs? Down with OPT? Yeah, you know me. Huh? Other people's trades. The funny thing is you can't trade without other people's trades, right? So what if this hit exactly M2 and rallied, or hit exactly S1 and rallied? Then you could say, well, I know there are bulls that want to participate. I know it. I can see it because I know a bull might buy a support pivot. A bull is supposed to swing off the M2. So if it bounces and hits it to the pip and then takes off, you're like, I know for a fact there's bulls and I know what they're thinking. I know what they're thinking. Right? I know what they're thinking. I know where their targets are. I know where their limit orders are. That's why the counter trend trades work. You're hunting their stops because you know where their stops are. It's like taking money out of a baby's hands. Forget the candy. It's like walking over to a baby holding $100 bill. All you have to do is poke it in the eye and take out the money, and it starts crying. You're like, you're defenseless. What a helpless little baby you are. Give me your money, right? It's easy. Reminds me of a video. I think the very first video I ever saw on YouTube, and it was when YouTube was in beta, because I was a beta tester on YouTube. And anyways, it was great. It was this couple of fat Americans on vacation somewhere exotic, and there were monkeys. And, you know, and the big Americans with the bum bags over their waist and the white socks and the black shoes and the and you know, it was old enough where it wasn't camouflage cargo shorts from Old Navy, but they were wearing something that bad anyways, right? And anyways, they're like, oh, hey son, let me make a movie of you. I'm going to make a film, right? You think you know that's you, Charlie? So anyways, they're filming this kid, and he's out there and he's licking his ice cream, and there's monkeys behind him. And they're like, oh, little Jimmy, go over there and daddy will film you, right? You're like, actually, there's no film in a camera anymore. But besides the point. So anyways, there's this kid, and he's licking the ice cream, and daddy's talking to him, and he's licking the ice cream, and then the monkeys take notice. They're sitting on this like fence, like 2 feet from the kid, right? And the monkey's like, oh snap, an ice cream cone. What do you think the monkey does? The monkey's like, I want that ice cream cone. This is good. So the monkey jumps off the little wall behind him and walks over to the kid, and he's like just a foot away from the kid. A foot. And the monkey's staring at the kid, and the kid's like, oh, look at the monkey. And of course, dad's just filming it. Hey, look at this. I'm filming this. You know, I'm gonna record my son being assaulted by this monkey. It's great. Like, just no concept of what's gonna happen, right? Oh yeah, totally idiot dad. It'd be like the one that's like, you know, like in Canada, tourists get hurt by bears because they see you're scared of a grizzly bear, right? Like, look at a grizzly bear. Oh my God, that thing's going to kill me, right? But when you see a black bear, they look like teddy bears. Oh, look at the teddy bear. Go feed it, Jimmy. Go give him a banana. Oh, Jesus. So the tourist goes over to the black bear. Dude, black bears are dangerous just because they're small. Oh my God. Oh, but they look so cute. So anyway, same fashion. No concept that this is a wild animal, right? Yeah. So the monkey's looking at the kid. The kid's looking at the monkey, licking his ice cream cone, and the dad's recording the whole thing. Yeah. So the monkey goes over, makes a bare knuckle fist, and plows his fist straight into the kid's face. I mean, Rocky style, right? Right hook, whack! And the kid just drops his ice cream cone and starts crying. And the monkey just picks up the ice cream cone, hops away, jumps up on the fence, lick, 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 got his ice cream cone. Just cold cocks the kid right in the face. And the kid's just standing there, no ice cream, crying. Right? Yeah, that's a monkey. But the thing is, that should be you versus a hedge fund manager. And the hedge fund manager is the one standing there crying. You're the badass monkey. And I put that in my book. Do you guys remember? I said there's 800-pound gorillas that are fat and lazy, and then there are cheeky little monkeys. You're supposed to be the cheeky little monkey. You're quick, you're nimble, you're fast, you're in and out before anyone's even noticed that some of the bananas are missing. In fact, you're just picking up the bananas the big 800-pound gorilla dropped because he's holding so many bananas. He's too fat and lazy to even pay attention. He's dropping bananas everywhere, but you don't have to go up into the tree. And you certainly don't want to fight the gorilla. You just got to run in, grab the bananas, and run out, and he doesn't even notice you were there. Okay? So what we're saying is when you hit your counter trends, it's because you know, for example, let's say a bearish counter trend here. You know where the targets are. So what is this? Gold. All right, let's look at this period last week. You see the bottom? Okay. Where did people buy? Yeah, but what is it? M2, weekly M2. So you know there are bulls because it's precise. Okay? You know there are bulls. There are bulls in the market, 100% fact. What's the trade plan? What's their trade plan? They're heading to the red zone. Why? Because that's why I put it there. That's why it's a red zone. And I think a lot of you probably don't believe me, but I know, at least I believe in my heart, I made these zones green and red. Now, I think a lot of you guys have pivot points that you've downloaded from somewhere, but I remember having people custom program these for the Dealbook 360, making the decision that this zone should be red and this zone should be green. And it doesn't actually make sense to a lot of people. And sometimes I see other people train people on how to use them. They don't get the concept. I remember the concept. It seems backwards for most people, but I think this is where the market goes down. So when price goes up to this area, to me, red means down. When price falls to the green area, it means up to me, and that's why I made them green and red. Like, I invented these colors, and I made them between the M2 and M4. I didn't read that somewhere. Okay? And now it's just around, but I've been doing this for a long time, like forever, as far as retail forex trading is concerned. Right? No broker in the world had pivot points. Do you understand that? When I started trading, no broker in the world had pivot points. That's pretty amazing. Right? I spoke at the FXCM Trading Expo in Las Vegas. I made $25,000, I think it was, as a speaker. So I made money speaking there. Paid by the show, FXCM. Nice. Okay. And I did a 1-hour presentation on how to trade with pivot points, and then realized at the very end that FXCM didn't have pivot points. Huh. Whoops. Too bad, so sad. They did not invite me to the next one. Look, I gave them my presentation like 3 weeks in advance. Someone could have said, oh, you can't train that. We don't have pivot points on our platform. I didn't know, honestly, because I was trading on GFT. Sorry. Thank you for the money, though. Whoops. So anyways, so I'm telling you, I made these because they mean something to me. And I made it red because I believe this is where bulls will get out and the market can change direction bearishly. Now, at first they come down based on profit taking. So Brennan asks, let's talk more about the counter trend trade. Well, you see, like over here, this red zone here, we hit like on a Wednesday. Guess what happened? The market took profit. They didn't sell. They did not sell. Imagine to the left, to the right here. It was bullish. Well, what happened when it dropped back down to support? It went back up again. And then when it dropped back to support, what happened? It went up again. It's bullish, right? It's not necessarily bearish, but where does it actually turn bearish? When do you have very significant drops? When you hit your target. So where's the stops? Well, as price comes down, you're hitting stops, and more traders are getting out. Then they slowly buy it back. Then they slowly get out. Then they buy it back. Then you hit your target again. Do you think most people get out when you hit their target? Or when you don't get their target? Well, this is the target. That is their trade plan. So most get out. And then here, it's not really a target. They're just back in. So some people take profit. Okay. But then when they buy here, they go all the way up. And once again, hit the target. So this is actually limit orders, or let's say stop losses, being triggered. I don't think the market's actually Well, in here, I think they're selling, right? But I think this started out as pure profit taking. And when you go back in history and study your pivot points, you're going to notice that you get much bigger declines when you hit targets. Okay, look, almost red zone down. Okay, whatever, down, down, down. All right, so you can go back as far in history as you want and start observing these things when you hit targets. How does the market react? Right, that's what I would do if I were me. Okay, and those are the counter trend trades. Now the best ones are when you end the week way outside the pivot profit zone. We may not even have. All right, this one is a counter trend trade down to the central, down to the central, up to the central. Whoops, up to the central, up to the central. These are all counter trend trades. Okay, and I don't have any more pivots. So every one of those worked. Cool. So counter trend trades at least start out with as just stop losses. Okay. Yes, Hadir wants to know about daily pivots. Yeah, absolutely. And don't think about, you know, sort of like what tools to use and not use. You need to use them all. Okay. But yes. All right. So I would, if you're really like even scalping, I would look at daily, weekly, and monthly. And I don't think I can get daily on here. So I think monthly and daily. I think this will do monthly and weekly. And the other one I can change from weekly to daily. That's how to do it. Okay, daily central, daily R1. Okay. So right up here is a cluster, right? Daily M4. So the red zone's the target. Weekly M3, monthly central. Do you understand that that's a bearish entry? Okay. So put it this way, those that bought this today, see the daily M2, what's their target? M4. So what do we know is sitting at 140.83? What do we know is there? Based on your assumptions of bullish trade plans from daily M2 to daily M4. It's not a seller, it's limit orders. Thank you, limit orders. Take profit. All right, great. Now, if you're a weekly bearish swing trader, what's your weekly trade plan as a weekly bearish, okay, trade plan? I know it's late in the week and stuff, but go with it. Weekly M3 to weekly M1. So that their trade plan now is this. Hang on. Okay. Okay. And now a monthly trade plan. If you're a bear, what's your trade plan for the month? For the month of March here. Okay, you're advising your clients to sell pound yen somewhere between 141.85, so let's say 142, and 140. It's actually 140.39. So 140.50 to 142. 140, yeah, well, this is your sell zone that you're recommending to your clients. Okay. No, I got that wrong. I'm sorry. I couldn't read it. Hang on. I got the time frame wrong. Hang on. Sorry. Don't. All right, good. That one won't move. I can't see it. You won't let me grab it. Maybe if I zoom in. Now I can't see anything. Hang on. Patience, grasshopper. There we go. I'm sorry. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So is there a confluence of trade plans here? That the bottom of this yellow zone is the aggressive entry. The top of this yellow zone is the conservative entry. So you could actually change it, mark it quite differently and say, this is one selling opportunity for a monthly bear. This is one selling opportunity for a monthly bear. So those are the two places you would want to sell as a monthly bear. This is the weekly swing trade. And then this is the take profit zone for the day trade. Is there a confluence? Sell zone, take profit zone, which means how does the broker, if there are bullish day traders in the market and they take profit where they're supposed to take profit, how does the broker enter those take when they get the take profit order, when the M4 is achieved and the take profit order is executed? What does the broker actually do? Sells to offset your long position. So they're actually sell orders, but you're already long, so your sell order offsets your long order. There could be counter trend traders that simply say sell, and now they're hunting the stops of the day traders. But there could just be weekly swingers that say sell the double top, let's drop it. And then the monthly guys are like, yeah, man, it's only the second day of the month. Sell pound yen at 141 and let's take her down to 138. You understand? So whoever asked, I think it was Hadir, about daily pivots. Do you include daily pivots in your day trades? Well, of course you would, right? You understand, like, once again, you're the monkey and you should be eating and enjoying your ice cream cone right now. You're like, thanks for the ice cream cone, dude. Lick, lick, lick. Right? You're just crushing these guys that have no idea what they're doing, what's going on. You should think of 95% of the market is like that. They're just little children with ice cream cones. They have no idea what's going on. That used to be you. Do you remember that? When you're like, oh my God, look at the giant green candle. I think I will buy it now. Thanks for the ice cream, a-hole. Right? Come on. Wake up. Right? That used to be you, and now you're too smart for that. And you're like, oh, it's my broker hunting my stops. No, it was me. I was hunting your stops. Yeah, it's my job, the equalizer, right? Don't worry, you have a chance. But now you know, though, right? Now when we do some analysis, it's much clearer, isn't it? Don't you guys feel that way? When we look at it and break it down piece by piece by piece, so you look at it and you're like, Oh my gourd. Huh? Is it? Is it starting to make sense? Cream says, yeah, but and the 4 hour was included here. But just look at it: daily M4, weekly M3, monthly central pivot point. Like, who bought it? Like, what kind of person would buy it? I can't even see how it's possible. Do you? When you look at that, you're like, well, the one thing I do know is I can't buy it. I mean, like, there's just no way. It's absolutely, totally impossible to buy. Now, you could maybe be buying it now if you wanted to be a bull, right? You can start looking at role reversals and you're like, I think it's going to pop up or something, right? And there's your buy zone there. And maybe you have a buy zone down here. That's fine. I don't know if you're right or not. Okay. I don't know if you're right or not, but that's your call. That's your call. I don't know, right? Maybe. But we can all agree that you'd have to be a fool or completely ignorant to buy it up here, right? And by the way, if you just happen to have bought it up here and I'm slapping you around and embarrassing you, then you should not be angry at me. Like, how dare he? He's so arrogant. How dare he? You need to turn that off, man. And you need to say he's totally right. And say, I need to get on the clue train. Right? Isn't that the right thing? Like, don't fight me, man. Don't fight me, fight yourself. Get it straight. Get your act together, right? There's no way you can buy it a monthly central, weekly M3, daily M4. You just can't. It's totally impossible. And if you did, you need to wake up because you're about to lose your ice cream. Actually, you probably already have, right? Look at Aussie, guys. Just look at that. Try to convince me that you shouldn't be hunting stops right there. Right? Isn't that amazing? Right? Do you remember the trade plan I had on Monday, or sorry, Sunday night? Buy it at 86, target 87.50. Right? I mean, like, to the pip on both sides. Well, not quite to the pip, but this one's to the pip. And I would say that's pretty dang close. Right? Yeah, I thought we already did USD kitty cat. All right. Where's the resistance? Here to here. Okay. So we already did this one. Maybe you weren't in the room, but we talked about it. Since the bottom is S1, the target is R1. So this is going to go to 134 and stop. Okay. That's it. Okay. This was a heartbreaker. This is pre-Trump speech. I got knocked out. I was long at 112. Right. My target was M4. That's the conservative target. The aggressive target is up here, R2. And it knocked me out. And then this Trump speech came out and went up, left without me. Do you remember me crying the other day? I was crying and someone said, be a man. So we went over the 3-second rule. Well, what should I be doing right now if I was still in? No, not sell. Take profit. So what might happen here? I don't think there's time for it to go that far. But we could certainly maybe this is in play. Maybe we come back down into here, retest 1350. So it drops from 1450 to 1350. Maybe that's up to you. That's called a trade plan, and it's a counter trend trade. But there are times for counter trend trades. So are you taking 5-8 crosses on the 5-minute, or are you taking 5-8 crosses on the 15-minute? What's your plan, Sam? Right? Are you going to wait for a breach of the 21 and then a lower high, lower low? Well, then you'd trade that here, wouldn't you? Okay. So do you think it's a coincidence that we hit 114.43? I'm sorry, my target is 114.44. I'm sorry. This went to 114.43.3, and this is 144.04. So it's exactly 1 pip from the target. Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's been a long week. I'll do better next week, guys. I promise. How many people have fire in their belly after going over all of this and just seeing that we can talk about it for days in advance, know what the trade plans are from not ours, from the thousands of people that put these trades together, and we can logically, intelligently talk about areas of entry, areas of exit, counter trends because of that knowledge, right? Fire in the belly stuff, right? Well, Cream says we got to be careful though too. Cream says always the same stuff, rinse and repeat. Yes and no. So one of the things we talk about in the swing trading course is seasonality and time of day and all that kind of stuff, time of week, and yes and no, yes and no. So like it's not always the same because a lot of these trades I got knocked out of because I was being too conservative because of the swing trading course. Okay, normally what I do is I long here and I keep my stop below the S and I'm done for the week. Done. I should have made money here. I didn't. I effed up. So what happened is I was up here and I moved my stop. I wanted to look really conservative for the course, and you know, and whatever. It totally backfired on me. Totally screwed up. Okay, but I admit that. On a normal week, I should just buy here, put my stop there, calculate what my loss is going to be if the market doesn't work out, and be done with it. So at the beginning of the week, I could say, all right, if I'm wrong in everything, I lose $5,000. Whatever, done. Okay. But if I'm right, I make 15 grand. Done. Okay. You see what I mean? That's how I should do it. And if half the time I'm wrong, I make a ton of money. Right? If I'm wrong 66% of the time, how much money have I lost? None. How would you like to live in a world where you're wrong 66% of the time and you still don't lose money? Right? Doesn't it make like whatever strategy you've been trying seem absolutely stupid, for lack of a better word? You know what I mean? You're like, oh my God, breaks even with 66% losers makes your way seem a lot more difficult, right? You're like, oh my God, I find losing money so easy. Well, it's because you're not trading properly, right? This is why you have to let your winners run. Yeah, 2 to 1 or even 3 to 1. Right? Yes. But see, like the market giveth, the market taketh away. So like a lot of these, I don't think like 2 to 1, 3 to 1, all that kind of stuff. But swing trades, right? You're risking this space here and you're always going for the bigger space. Is it 150 pips or 350 pips? I don't know. Some of these monthly swing trades that the swing trading program set up, some of them are for 500 pips, like 3 or 4 of them are for 500 pips, but some of them are only 300 pips. Okay. So, but it's not for me. I don't determine the target. I don't determine how much money I'm going to make. The market determines that. I can only determine where I enter, where I put my stop, and how much money I risk. Those are the only things I can contribute. Yeah, right. And Len is like, yeah, well, it's money management, right? But it's amazing how like amateurs don't get it, right? They work really, really hard. They spend hours and hours and hours in front of their charts. And at best, they're 50-50 break, right? But they're not break even traders. They're losing. Right? But with the swing traders, they work what? An hour a week? Maybe? Maybe longer at first, 2 hours, hour and a half. And 66% of the trades are, if they're losers, is a break-even point. As long as you get winners. Remember, you have to win to break even, right? If every trade you make for a month is a loser, well, then you're like, dude, you got some really bad luck, right? You'll have 100% losers. But if 1 out of 3 weeks is a winner, no, sorry, 1 out of 4 weeks, right? Yeah, because let's say you lose 100 pips on week 1, you lose 100 pips on week 2, you lose 100 pips on week 3, but on week 4 you make 300 pips. You're like, damn, that was a frustrating month, right? But what if in week 1 you lose 100 pips, week 2 you make 300 pips, week 3 you lose 100 pips, week 4 you make 300 pips? 50-50, but you're up 400 pips. For you guys that are scalpers and spot traders and day traders, how hard do you have to work to clear 400 pips profit? How many hours does that take? It's very difficult, right? You can do it, and that's why I like to putt, and then I'll throw down some spots, and then I'll do it, but it can't be your prime directive. Do you understand? I've been trying to preach for years now that that's not how you get filthy, stinking rich. Now, you can make money. There's no doubt about it. But it can't be your prime. You'll never make it unless you swing and position. You could skip the other stuff, but you can't skip the swing and the position, which means you need to know fundamental analysis. You need to know central banking policy. You need to know long-term technical analysis. You have to have all of that. And most amateurs don't have that. It's too hard. So what they want to do is scalp, 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 scalp. Great, 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 great. Blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up, and they're gone, gone, gone. But I've been helping people for free for years, and so it's not my problem. And if if they're the ones losing and throwing their money away, hey, forex is a zero-sum game. That means that it's probably going to me. Oh well, I'm trying to do my best to save those people, save their currency trading souls. But I live in a zero-sum world. It goes somewhere. If they throw their money away, it goes somewhere, and it might be the shoes on my children's feet. So anyways, hey, I got to jump, babe. I'll see you Monday. If you're a swing trader, I'll see you Sunday night, New York time, 5 p.m. New York time. And we'll set up our weekly swings and all that kind of stuff. Tomorrow is Friday. Non-farm payrolls. Non-farm payrolls. Non-farm payrolls. Non-farm payrolls. So I'll see you there tomorrow. Thank you for being client. Is it next week? No NFP? Oh my God, really? I can go to Hong Kong today then. I'll have to see. See what do you think? Yeah, that's interesting. What do you think? Should I go online? Am I going to get a good price on a first class ticket to Hong Kong same day? Maybe I'll get half price. Maybe I'll get double price. Yeah, maybe, right? Do they even exist? You have to call them, eh, Danny boy? I'll say, my grandpa died, and we're going to bury him in Hong Kong. I need a grievance fair, please. I don't have any money. I got to get to Hong Kong, but I only fly first class. Where does my limo pull up? Yeah. So anyways, you guys are awesome. Thanks for being on my team. Like I said, by the way, what's it like to be a currency trader? I traded Asia last night. Then I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I was up at 4:30 in the morning. And then I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning. What did you do last night? Right? Remember, one way to measure if you're doing enough is to say, well, if it's a zero-sum game, what if you're on the other side of the trade that I'm on? You want to be a pro, you want to be a professional, you want to live the life, you want to live the dream. Hey, let's all fly first class to Hong Kong. Dude, like, measure up, right? Honestly, I honestly did that last night. So who's winning the game? Again, you can accuse me of being an arrogant prick. I've been accused of worse. But that is a fact. Are you willing to work that hard? Hey, I have 2 kids. I have a wife. I got a dog and a guinea pig and 3 fish. Everybody gets taken care of. Kareem's like, why? Because you got to, how does the song go? Wake up, you got to make the money. Because I'm a mother effing hustler. I forget that song. Was that Ice-T? Because I'm a mother effing hustler. Right? Yeah. Oh, why did it come? I've been doing this so long. People don't. There's a lot of haters in the world. Yeah. No, I've been accused of all kinds of horrific things. Yeah. Yeah. And people used to tell me that all the time, that I was arrogant, that I would brag, all that kind of stuff. And I probably do come across that way. I don't mean it. I don't feel it in my heart. But I probably come across that way. But I'm very confident. Of course, when I speak publicly, I'm larger than life in the sense that I'm trying to get complicated ideas across. I'm trying to appeal to you intellectually, but also emotionally. And it probably doesn't come across with every personality type very, very well. I probably you guys, if not most of the time. Some of you love it, right? But some people don't like it this way, right? Stupid trade. So we went out and bought a car, slept in it, and then sold it. Some people respond well to the trading. Other people just go, oh, that guy is an arrogant prick. Oh, no, they go, right? Actually, I think Ryan slipped is about the. Yeah, and if you want a real experience, sleep with someone else's bathtub. Yeah, you'll remember that one forever. So will they. Yeah, yeah. The truth. Well, not everybody wants. No, no, I'm not recording this. I'm sorry, guys. I still. Look. Right. I haven't had time in the last 2 days. See, I'm just doing the best I can, living off my laptop, my cell phone. It's enough, right? So look, I have this laptop. It's an 18-inch laptop with a super high resolution screen. And attached to it is a 24-inch. Yeah, 24-inch. So that's it. I have 2 screens right now. And it's enough. It's enough to do whatever. I prefer 18. Okay. I mean, you can do it. Okay. So it's just, I just have to deal with it, but don't have time. So with that, I love you. I give you my time. There's no NFP tomorrow. Are you sure about that? Why? There should be NFP. Why? I don't get it. I said it's next week. I almost don't even believe it. All right, well, I'm not saying you're not telling the truth, but I don't get it. Really, so NFP next week. Well, that might mess a lot of things up, man. Yeah, well, I don't use Forex Factory. Yes, Nick, it is. So, oops. Let me open a browser. FX.com. Swing trading. Okay. It's right here. So, that's interesting. There's, all right, that's interesting. I just this, guys. Can you see this? What is this? Yen with the target up here. You can even see my limit order right at the end. So the added this, but I didn't know it was doing it. Oh, look at it. It keeps the timeline of my work. So now you can ask questions and stuff. Cool. Oh, I'm very happy with myself. What you do is when you walk before you can move on to the next one, you have to mark it complete. So March 5th, here, and this is where we're meet. And then after it's done, I put the recording here. For people that signed up for the swing trading program. Cool. Yeah, let it suck. The United States. And then it went from overregulation to extremely overregulated. The industry. I think also yeah, Dennis, there's a bug in there. So when you sign up, I have to man, you know, you can start now and finish the videos. So you got like an hour to an hour and a half here, and then another hour. So you have about 2.5 hours of videos, and then I might Hong Kong for this. I might not be in Hong Kong for this. I don't know yet. It'll be fun. I might say, hey. And then after our beautiful session together, I will go and swim laps in the world. Yeah. Daniel, that every other day. And Daniel's a swimmer, so you got to swim in the highest swimming world. Yes. This new health club in San Francisco. I think it was, 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 I think it was and lock tower just on the street. It was kind of funny. And it was lights and everything. So at night I could swim and I always, and they play classical music, swim. It's the little floaty classical music. I organized my life. I was managing. It's pretty good. It was a nice time. And the swimming pool was on the 12th floor, which is kind of interesting. I enjoyed those years. It was a shower. He ran Ritz Carl States. So how do you think of Ritz Carl? Locker room. I had my own nice locker, my locker, and my workout outfit and my swimming trunks were all pressed and clean. Trunks, swim, and then when you're done, you just throw it into a bin. Keep lax after working all day. Let's say it's Friday night. Cleaned up, looking good. I'm like, real man. That's what men do. I was just young. I'm like, damn. Only on the fifth floor, yeah. No, the one in Hong Kong is 113th. Yeah. Kurt went on to become the chief data scientist for a company. Data Pegler still selling finally moved out of LA. It lives like, I don't know, the mountains of wanted to do with him as an ethics boot camp is to do forex so I can quit my job, stop traveling. I have a real and then go surfing, trading, work, and then maybe go skiing the same day. Off he went and did that. And are you really that's an incredible challenge you're overcoming. It's like that is so I can't think of better. I know that's not physically liberating, but maybe somewhat spiritually liberating to know that you can totally do this. Yeah, no, that's well, yeah. So yeah, to see your set the web and all that kind of stuff. I appreciate that, man. So if you have space, I don't know, again, sort of the setup of your room or how you're physically in that space would be very interesting. How to design that. One day, like say if you're in a bed type setup, you're going to be far away from the charts if you want more than just a laptop. 5-inch displays, you can just have all the currency pairs of the world in there. You can see it from across. Well, no, but I appreciate that's really cool. And it's easier for you to talk, or can you, maybe one day we can just have you on the mic. We can yeah. Well, let's think about that. You got people money pouring out of the sky that need to